Hello? Hello? Okay. Yeah, the sound's working. Just forgot to update my story like I usually do every single morning. I have a routine where I only update it. I update it once in the morning, once after lunch, and then once in the afternoon. So that's what I do. Okay, there we go. That's the morning update. All done. All right. So I can see people coming on here. Just sort of putting my attention on to this week's announcements. I am going to go through them rather quickly. Because the cementing is always going to be second most to everything else in my life. It's going to really be the last thing on my list. And Susan and Linda and Daniel do the work. They really do the work. Used to be where I was totally in charge of my mention, totally, at the front wheel, but now it's different. And that's how it will continue to be. All right, so welcome everybody to this live stream today on June 14th, 2023. I'm going to go through your announcements for the week, starting with tomorrow. So, tomorrow, June 15th, I want you to listen really carefully. It is Neil Patrick Harris's birthday, who is an actor who played in a series of unfortunate events, which you're going to be watching and reviewing episodes from him in the theater. That is going to be at 1 o'clock tomorrow. You'll be going in there and watching episodes of a series of unfortunate events tomorrow. If you're interested, it will be in the theater here at my Minton at 1 o'clock. We'll also be looking at several videos of him in order to compare the good version of him and then the evil version who played as Count Olaf. Remember Count Olaf in the film, or in the show, how evil he was, trying to destroy the Baudelaires, take their fortune. And I had a dream last night, actually. It was about some evil man that I apparently was teaching me, teaching a course, and I felt very uncomfortable and under pressure. And and that was a situation where I need to have self-worth, put my values first. And I would also say for the people who have their South Node in Taurus to do the same thing. Because if they really are knowing what they value, then okay, well, this possession is actually, I don't need this. So their values may be different. They may value different things. I don't want to say that their values are limited, etc. They're getting preached by several astrologers, and I just feel very sorry for them. You know what? Stay in your Taurus South Node. Just release the shadow sides of it. That's just my answer, because if you're a Taurus South Node, such a difficult placement. First of all, you're never going to get out of it, because Taurus is fixed Earth. Stay there, but just understand when to let go, when to change. No need to leave that behind. Because you think you're going to move into Scorpio? Oh no. especially if you have a lot of Taurus. I knew somebody who had quite a bit of Taurus in her chart, who had a Taurus South Node. And she, in my mind, didn't express the shadow sides of Taurus South Node. You're not supposed to abandon your South Node. You're supposed to heal the shadow aspects of it via the North Node. That's what you're supposed to do. Now, June 16th, Teal Swan, who is super controversial. She does not run a cult. It's not what she does. But you're going to be seeing videos from her, spirituality videos that she created because it is her birthday. And so just see one video. I want you to just pick one video from her. I'm going to volunteer. I'm going to do a video that she did on the law of attraction. That's my choice. Choose your video and then watch it. And then email me what you watched, what you learned from the video, what you liked about it. You know the drill. All right, June 17th. And, by this, by the way, all the instructions for that are on my page. June 17th. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So this is the big announcement. We're going to be watching the original version on this day. It is going to be an evening at 7 p.m. at the theater to watch this film because this is something that I am thinking of. This is in Annette Pine. The original film. The person who played Willy Wonka was a Gemini born June 11th. And so also Saturn's going to retrograde in Pisces. So you can see my video. You can see there's a video by Lalaloon Sheba who did a video about it. She's an astrologer. You can check that out. And you're going to be doing a little writing activity about that to explore how you've grown during Saturn and Pisces, or have you not grown? Have you been putting the work into your spirituality? Have you not been putting in the work? Again, all the instructions for that are on my page, and that is not going to be due until June 23rd. June 18th, the new moon in Gemini, but there's going to be a Neptune retreat. So we're going to be going on a retreat. You're going to be going on a retreat for that particular day to sort of get into meditation, spending time in nature, the spiritual practices that you know very well, because the new moon's going to be squaring Neptune. Again, this is an Annette Pine. So that's what you're going to do. The details for that, Susan, Linda, and Daniel are going to fill you in on the details. There's buses. You're going to be going there at a certain time. You're going to be having a spiritual experience. June 19th. North Node in Aries. By the way, if any of you have any questions, okay. Now, I don't mean to project, but this is the honest truth. Can't believe I'm going to say this. I wish I cared more about Father's Day. I don't mean to project my opinion, but I wish I cared more about Father's Day. I mean, that's all that I want to say. So, no. That is not going to be what's going to be happening because it is in Annette Pine. So, that Neptune retreat is going to be on June 18th. So, you can put that aside. I'm going to say one thing and one thing only. I have a closer relationship with my mother than my dad. You're thinking to yourself, how does that relate to my dad or my mom? Well, I'm going to be honest. I wasn't thinking about Father's Day when I was setting this up. And so this is going to be happening. So you're going to be spending some of the day at this retreat, and then you can come home and enjoy that Father's Day. And then you can be at a better, more grounded place, more loving, centered place when you go home and you have the Father's Day dinner or do the plans. This retreat might be in the morning only so that you have the afternoon to go home and spend time with family. If you want to be more loving and more present and enjoy the experience more, then this would be good to do on this particular day. Now, also, Aaron Downey will be hosting this. So, amongst the things that he is doing, he will be coming here and he will be hosting the retreat, hosting the experience. He was with us last year, if you can remember, in the fall of 22. And he was an Edmonton guest. He is a member of the spiritual community here at the Edmonton and the spiritual community. Sometime we will go out and do things together around the town and spend an afternoon together. And that is when I would like to prove to myself that I am not dependent on other people for the things that I need. I do not want to be dependent. I want to be self-sufficient. Self-worth, valuing yourself, taking care of yourself, all of those things are very important to me now because I took the time to read a book that will help me evolve. And I will keep referring to that book, living by it. And if I do fall into the dependency, I will be assertive about this is what I need. I mean, if you're going to ask for something, be assertive about it. If you're going to take a risk, be courageous about it. I want to find those people who are shy, who attempt at taking risks, and put a fire under their you-know-what to say to them, relax. Just go in and do it. Be sure of yourself. Be true to yourself. Loosen up. I mean, do a bunch of things. Or guess what? Don't take the risk. Then again, however, it takes a sort of, you're stepping here and then you're growing. You're taking the risk and then you're getting more confident and comfortable in your own skin, and it's easier to do this and that. But still. Anyway, so the retreat is going on. June 19th is Carly from Owning Authenticity's birthday. She has videos on the North Node in Aries and the North Node in Taurus. If you haven't checked out your North Node placement for the North Node in Taurus, I highly recommend that you do that. After you've read that section from Jen Spiller's book, because she goes through the information in that book. So yeah. Actually, when the North Node goes into areas I'm going to live, it likes the North Node is in Taurus, actually, because I feel like I have not done enough. And I feel like I want more of that North Node in Taurus. So I'm just going to do my own North Node placement while there's an Aries North Node. June 20th. This is Nicole Kidman's birthday on June 20th. June 19th is the Jupiter, 20th is the Venus shadow entrance. So Nicole Kidman, who played in Paddington, who played in Prom, she played in a number of different films. You'll get to choose which movies that you'll be seeing, and you can go to several different dimensions. One movie's playing Paddington, another dimension's playing this movie that she starred in. You can choose your movie. Go to your dimension. There'll be buses. There'll be a routine. Again, Susan, Linda, and Daniel will give you that info. That's not my job. But this is about honoring Nicole Kidman. Nia Seox as well, who was born on June 20th. Seeing episodes of Dance Moms or YouTube videos would be a recommendation for you to do, but you don't have to. June 21st is the summer solstice celebration. So this is going to be hosted at Le Bimbi Greniers and Menton. And there's going to be, bonfire. There's going to be s'mores. There's going to be many things grilled. There's going to be, I forget, bratwurst, steak, a bunch of different things like that. And it's members of the astrological and spiritual community will be joining us for this celebration. And somebody new who will be joining us for this celebration is Hannah. I forget her name. This is so funny. Let me just try to verify who I'm talking about before I get into the juicy things. Just see, welcome to my channel. I'm Hannah. I'm a Western practical astrologer from Northern Ireland. I'm here to use astrology as a practical tool as a way to help you understand it, whilst also demonstrating how it can be applied to your everyday lives. If you want to stay up to date with my content, then please be sure to click the subscribe button. That way we can learn together. She has Virgo rising, an Aquarius sun, and Aries moon, and a Gemini MC. So this is who we're talking about. So I am going to put the link to her channel in the chat so you can find out who this is. It will be coming to the mention. She is going to be talking about fate karma with us. And that's going to be sometime next week. But she will be joining us for this celebration. So it should be very fun. There should be a lot of activities, games, a lot of fun. Yeah. And we're also going to be seeing the movie Brave, which comes as no surprise, tying it into fate and the things that she knows and talks about quite a bit. And so we're sort of tying those pieces together. So, the celebration, the afternoon, a lot of fun. It should be really, really fun. Maybe you can bring your own things that you prepare with you. Yeah. Now, there is going to be a movie on the North Node in Scorpio that is going to be filmed. That is, actually, I came up with this a year ago, so it is still in the process of being filmed. I have not looked over it. I have just done my own things, but it takes a while to film these things. So this film on the North Node in Scorpio, and these people have read Jen Spiller's book. They know the information. They knew it better than I did at the time. This movie is going to be released by the time Pluto enters Aquarius. full-time. So this should be November next year. Before then, it'll be only played in theaters. It will be available to you and all the people in the realms of the Edmontons on November 19th next year. So Kate Winslet will be the star role. And it'll show the process of a North Node and Scorpio person. If you want something that is close to that film, I recommend watching Saving Mr. Banks. That film is comparable to that North Node and Scorpio film. Especially, I think a North Node and Scorpio child, I'm picturing a girl who has curly kind of orangish hair, who is very self-sufficient. That's what I'm thinking of when I think of someone, a child with a North Node and Scorpio. Of course, I'm all ticket line and ticket zone with my opposite North Node. But so anyway, it's actually completely different customs, by the way, that I just listed. Okay, so that film is being filmed another way. I am working with the North Node and Scorpio people on June 19th. I am actually going to be starting to work with the people who have their North Node in Taurus, and I'm going to be doing it with them. So if you have that placement, then if you want to evolve and grow, then please join me for the 4-day growth experience, where there's going to be a lot of activities, a lot of fun. It won't be back to back to back. It'll be, one day and then a couple days break, and then, several days later. That's going to be how it's going to be happening with the North Node in Taurus people. And then I'm going to do the people with their North Node in Aries, South Node, and Libra, North Node, Libra, South Node, Aries. And then it's just going to go back until, we get back to the Taurus-Scorpio axis. Okay. Now, for the remainder of June, after the concert, after the concierto, which is on June 22nd, you all know this. You're going to be spending time with someone, that Sun-Saturn relationship that I told you about last month, that I started talking about. So yeah. So either someone whose Saturn is conjunct your Sun, someone whose Sun is conjunct your Saturn placement. Yeah. Well, no, you're looking for someone whose Saturn is conjunct your Sun. That's the whole idea. This, you're going to be spending time with them. All right. So those are your announcements for the week. And bye for now, everybody. I'm just going to end the stream here.